sir.
Psycho Thomas.
Yeah. Good afternoon. I'm Tom Hackney. I'm a Director of Personnel and Professional Standards with the Sheriff's Office. This afternoon around noon, actually, out here at the Northeast Florida Criminal Justice and Education Center at Florida State College in Jacksonville on the north side, the Sheriff's Office received a call of a person shot. Patrol officers responded, as well as several of the off-duty officers who were out here attending training classes responded. We called Jacksonville Fire Rescue out, and they announced 80-year-old female deceased. Kind of the long and short of what happened is this woman, who is a almost 30-year veteran working with the college, but has been with the police academy through the college since that time. It's almost really a family member of JSO. She was set to retire at the end of this year. She was going to lunch with a coworker. As they were leaving the academy, going to the coworker's car, the woman set the purse down in the coworker's car and picked up a handgun that the coworker had in her car. Handgun was in a holster. She picked it up and began to walk away, back away from the car. That woman asked her, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Or what are you doing? She then turned around, placed the handgun to her head, pulled the trigger, and shot herself one time in the head. This is kind of like all cases that we have like this. We never go out and make an assumption right off the bat that it's a suicide. We work it as a worst case scenario and work backwards. And through our interviews and investigations, at least preliminary here at the scene, it does appear that it's a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This woman has not been identified by me yet to y'all. We know who she is, obviously. She did not appear to have any family members here in Jacksonville, so we're working very feverishly to try to find out where her family is, to make some notifications. I don't want to put information out there prematurely before her family members were notified. But, our hearts go out to those family members. Like I said, she's been around the Sheriff's Office, and everyone who's come through the academy for the last almost 30 years has seen this lady, knows this lady, and it's a family member of ours. So.
Whose gun was it?
It was the coworker's gun. So she was in the coworker's car and retrieved the gun from the center console of the coworker's car.
Coworker was a police officer, personal weapon?
This was a personal weapon of the coworker. The coworker was a police recruit who had been injured on duty. She was working in a clerical capacity while her injuries were being healed. But this was her personal gun in her personal car, legally kept, legally stored, legally obtained by this police recruit.
So a police academy student, kind of.
This was an academy student. She is an employee of the Sheriff's Office, but again, she's as the capacity of a police recruit now.
I know you said, she said, what are you doing? Did she ever respond to say what she was doing?
This lady made no statements. This was a very abrupt, an obvious abrupt decision that she made based on some of our other investigative factors that we have. It took, obviously, this police recruit by surprise that she had picked up the gun, and before she could do anything, to get out of the car, this woman had already taken the gun, put it to her head, and
Was there any emotional trigger for this? Was she told maybe that they would retire her earlier or something like that?
This lady was almost 80 years old. She had been working out here, and to my knowledge was still working out here. The decision, I guess, she made to retire at the end of this year was her own, and I don't know whether that plays a factor. You can't put yourself in the head of these people who do these things. There's so many places that are available to help somebody who's suicidal. A lot of these folks who are in that capacity, they don't take advantage of it like they should. There's social worker, there's clergy, there's all kind of things that people can do to reach out. Whether she did or didn't, I don't know, but it culminated today with her actions.
I'm sure a lot of you knew her personally as she worked right at front desk. Can you talk about your kind of relationship with JSO with her?
She was the kind of lady who always had a friendly thing to say, always had a smile on her face. Just one of those folks that I don't mean this in the wrong way, she's a fixture. She's always been there, she's always around, and you become accustomed to seeing her and the friendly things that she says and the smile that she gives you and the smile you give back.
Take you by surprise, I'm sure.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, it breaks my heart.
You said 80 years old?
She's 80 years old.
And she's worked here 30 years?
30 years.
How is the staff holding up?
The folks, again, that know her, she's a family member. It's like them losing a close member of your family. The academy and training, you become very, very close to your coworkers. You're through tough times together. We're working with them. Again, they're feeling the loss.
Any kind of grief counseling or anything available to them?
Yeah, we're working through our employee assistance program to have them come out. They've already been out. Some of our critical incident stress folks have already been out this afternoon. We're going to work through that into next week. You know, this is right before the holidays, and it just, again, it breaks my heart.
Any other questions? All right. Thanks, Director.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank